we can redraw our sketch so that from here to here is 70, from here to here is 32, and from here to here is also 32. That means from here to here is what? Is 64. And from here to here is 10, from here to here is 40. That means from here to here is 50. And from here to here is 16, from here to here is 30. That means from here to here is what? 46, and from here to here is 64. 64 plus 46 is 110. That means from here to here is 110. So when you look at the back view, this is 70 and this was 25, 30. So that means from here 25 plus 30 plus 25, that's 80. That means this side is what? The back view is what? Is 80, and the height is still 70. So this is what we are going to use, like yellow. And you can see a horizontal line showing inside. That means now the line is horizontal. So now the line is, click on it again, extend it, or a vertical line, click on it, extend it, click on it, extend, click, extend. Now I will drag to, I see a dotted line. That means it's in line. I want it to be horizontal, and at the same time, so you can see it's horizontal at the same time in line with the starting point. So from here I can do a vertical point to where I started. Now you can see my sketch is enclosed. Whenever your sketch is enclosed, your sketch will be highlighted something like blue black. This will show that your sketch is enclosed and your sketch is ready for a modeling. Your sketch is ready for you to convert it into a 3D model. Without your sketch being enclosed, you can't do anything under features, because features is used for solid bodies and this is just like a plain body. So the next thing we have to do, we've gotten the basic shape. Now we have to cut some parts of the basic shape before our extrusion. So let me mark it, then let me bring it to the center. Okay, now the next thing you have to do is to what? Give dimension. This is what you can see under defined here. That means we have not given dimensions or relations, and most of the time you are expected to make your drawings what? Defined. And how do you make your drawings defined? You make your drawings defined by giving dimensions and relations. So the next thing we have to do is to what? Is to give dimensions. So to give the dimension, we are going to use what? The smart dimension tool. So click on smart dimension, and from the basic shape, you know from here is what? You click on it, drag it to any side, then double left click. This box will open. Now this is the name. Don't change the name, it's the dimension you want to say. So you just highlight the dimension, then input your value. That's what 70. So you type 70 on your keyboard, then press enter. You have given the first dimension. Then here we can, from the question, you know, that we have something like 32 at the top and 46 at the down. When you add all of them, you are getting 110. So we know here is what? Is 110. Double click, highlight it, then type 110. Don't add the symbol for the unit or anything, just press enter. The next thing is we'll come here and we give the dimension to this part. This part is going to be, when you do your calculation, this part is going to be 50. We type 50 and we press enter. Don't, if you do your calculation, you know, from here to here is 70, and from here to here is 50. And when you see the engineering drawing in the question, they've given here from here to be 20. So if from here to here is 50 and you've given dimension from here to be 50 already, then the system itself will do calculation. That means automatically from here to here is 20. So there's no need giving the dimension again. If you want to give the dimension, they will say your drawing will be over-defined because your drawing is going to be constrained. So now we know here, but we can give the dimension to either this part or this part. And from the diagram, we know from here is what? Is 32 plus 32, which will give us 64. So we are putting 64 here. Enter. If from here to here is 110 and from here to here is 64, that means from here to here is going to be 110 minus 64, which is going to be 46. So there's no need giving dimension to this, otherwise your drawing is going to be over defined. So right now when you check, you can see our drawing is fully defined. This is what some of the things they'll be looking at to give you the mark. So now there is a hole under here, and the hole is exactly at the middle. So that will be our next focus. So now we have to locate the middle point. So how do you do that? We can use the center line. We use center line when you don't want it to be part of your drawing. So we can use center line just to locate. Then you hover it around the point. You are going to get your middle point. So this you can see it has appeared yellow. That's what the midpoint of this line. So I can extend it to make it a horizontal line, very horizontal. You can see the relation symbol appear at the down yellow. So now I have my center line. So now the next thing, I can use my midpoint line now. Midpoint line. Then I click here. Look, make sure it's at the center. Then I drag it. Then leave it here. So the next thing is to give the dimension to that midpoint line. And from the question,
no, this is not what I want to give the dimension to. So maybe I can delete this line so that I can use the power trim. Let me use the power trim to delete the long line so that I can see the midpoint line here very well. So let me use the power trim to delete. So now I've deleted it. I've deleted. So now I can see my midpoint line. So now let me give the dimension to this line. From the question, it was given to be 24. So I'll just input in 24 here. Press enter. Then the next thing is we have an angle here, so I'll draw this like this. My escape key is not working, so I'm using this strategy. Come back here, draw this line like this. Nice. Now I can join them. I deleted them because they are blocking the view of my drawing. So now I can join them now. Come back, position the mouse pointer here. Bring it. Do the same thing for this side. Okay, so the next thing is I can give the dimension between the line. I said from here, from this line to this line, the angle between them is 60 degrees. So how do you do that? To give the dimension, that's what you call the relation. So I can click on this line first, hold down the control key, or even I don't think there's any, then come and click on the second line. You see the angle symbols have appeared. Then you double tap, then input in your angle. Just type 60. There's no need typing the degrees. Enter. I've given my angle. Do the same thing for this side. Click on this line. Come back here. Look for the second line. There you click on it. The angle symbol will appear. Drag it. Double tap. Highlight. Then input in my angle, which is 60 degrees. So I've input in my angle. The next thing is what? It was close at the top, so I can close it at the top by using the line tool. Then just draw any line, and it should be horizontal. If it's not horizontal, you can later come and add a relation in order to make it horizontal, but you can see a relation symbol has appeared showing that this line is actually horizontal, so I'll leave it here. So what is the distance between this one and this one? So I have to use smart dimension to give the distance. So the distance between this line, I click on this one, and this one supposed to be what? Supposed to be 10 from the question. So I'm just going to input 10, then press enter. So I'm done. So now some lines are useless here. So what I have to do is to clean them. So I can clean them using the trim. So I click on trim entities, then click on power trim. So I click on power trim, then I have to delete this line, this one. So whenever I left click and I move the mouse around any point that this line meets, is going to delete it. So you can see our center line vim, it has vanished. Come here, it is gone. Come here, it is also gone. Move it. Come here, then this line prime is not there, so delete it, delete it, delete it, delete it. So we have given our dimension. I've given our dimensions, and you can see now everything is highlighted. That means it is ready for a 3D model, or it is ready for you to convert it into a 3D model. So the next thing we are going to do is, let me just check everything. So if you realize this thing, this is just a strategy. If you are done and you realize maybe everything is correct, your dimensions are correct, but your distance is still undefined, just right click here. You do this when you are in haste. Here so now we can see we are done with our 3D model. We are done with our sketch, so we can now convert it to a 3D model. So to convert it to a 3D model, what we just have to do is to go to features. The features portion deals with our 3D model and solid shapes. So what you have to do is extrude. So from when we look at the diagram, it's like at the down we have like 25 plus 30 plus 25. That means the total distance is going to be 80. So we can just come here and enter type in 80, press enter, then check it. Now we have our shape now. We have our shape. So but we are not done yet. We realize this part of the shape went inside small, and the same thing applies to the other side. So what we have to do is to draw that particular shape there, then extrude cut. So we click on the shape, the front where we want to draw, and make it normal. Then we just go to sketch, draw a line, and the line should be on the edges, then it should come here. Now let's go to smart dimension. When you look at the distance between this point and this point was 16. So how do you do that? Use smart dimension. Click here. You know, you can click any point on this line because from here to here is the same as from here to here. They are all on the same line. So I can just click any point here, come back and click the starting point. Then I'll give my dimension here. So this point was 16. Press enter. Then come back here. Click here. Then come back here. Drag it. The dimension there was 10. So alright. Then I put in 10. Enter. But our sketch is not enclosed. Before you do anything under features, make sure your sketches are enclosed and they're highlighted. So I have to close the sketch. Starting here, draw up to this side. Click. Come back. Look, you have to be watching out for the relations. So click here. Now my sketch is enclosed now. So now that means I can extrude cut or extrude. So I want to extrude cut. By how many? Not blind. I want it to go inside blind by some distance. And when you look at your drawing, your engineering drawing, it went inside by 25. So I'll just come back here this way. So I type in my dimension 25, then press enter. Then I just check it. Everything is done now. Do the same thing for the other side. In our coming lessons, I'll be showing how you can just copy this feature and put it at the other side instead of going to start everything and do it over again. This is just a strategy to beat time, but since we are beginners, let's do the same thing. Let's draw. Let's make this one normal. Then let's go to sketch. Let's do the same thing we do there. Then click on the edge. This my dimension. Put the dimension between the line. This is 16. Enter. This is this is 10. Enter. Now the next thing is to close our sketch so that we can extrude cut. So let's close our sketch. Our sketch is closed now. You can see it is highlighted. So the next thing we have to do is to go to features. Then we can extrude cut. We can extrude cut. So you just come here, put in your dimensions already. They're 25 already. So you just check it. Then everything, you are done with that part. So now it's left with one thing else to do. That's the extrude cut the back. So since it's the back, we click on the back. Then we make it normal. There are a lot of ways you can go about this. Okay, let me just do this one. Let me just draw a line. The total length from here to here is 80, and the depth of the hole or the width of the hole is 40. So that means from here to here would be like 20. Then we have the hole 40. Then another side 20. The other, so I can just choose to draw maybe a line here, a horizontal line for that matter. Then I'll give the dimension between this line and this one to be 20. Press enter. Draw another line here again. Horizontal line. It's horizontal. Now give the dimension between this and this. It also be 20. Press enter. Then I can come here and close my sketch. So go to sketch. So it didn't work. That means my sketch is not closed. My sketch is not closed. That's a mistake. So I can just reverse everything back. Then let me use another method. So now the next thing is we want to create a hole at the back, so I can use the midpoint line because the hole is exactly at the middle of the drawing. So then I'll move, you hover the mouse around the edge, the midpoint line, you'll see a relation there. It's something like a bus. So I mean, this is my midpoint line. it's too small, but anything. Then I position it to get a horizontal line. Nice one. Then I can also draw, I can exit, then I can give the dimension by using the smart dimension, and the depth, the width of the hole was 40, so I can enter 40. Yes, then I can extend this line to the bottom, get a horizontal line. Do the same thing here. Now you can see my sketch is enclosed now, so I can then go to features to either do my extrude cut. So I want to cut. So what is the depth of the hole? So from the question you can see it's 32, so we just come here, then input our value, our dimension 32, and press enter, then we can check. Now we can see we are done with our drawing. So this is our model. We can come to appearance, then we change the appearance. We can make this glass, or we can change color. That is the question, so we should change color. So we've done. So we are done.